Hello everyone, thanks for joining me on this video. It's the second in the series about geometry. In the first one we've discussed the points, and in this video I'll be discussing the lines. And the lines, of course, are a higher order thing than points. So just please go and check the tutorial that I made on points before you start this one. And let's begin. I'll just throw myself this grid to have a better orientation, and let's just dig into the line and let's see what it does and how you can create the line. As I already explained also in the points, we have always these draw components as the highest order, on the highest order category, and then the subcategories for creation and application of methods online. These are subcategories, and to just not overcomplicate things, I will throw this component that creates the line, and you see that lines need two things as an input to be created. They need the start point and an end point. That's it. That's really a simple entity type, but still really useful. Lines can just be used in many visualization scenarios, so feel free to just use them. But to illustrate how the line can be created and what needs to happen for it to be created, you need 2 points, and the points are in bit by bit described by XYZ coordinates. Y meaning for that. Y meaning the vertical direction, and so this line will go from 0, 3, 0 to 0, 0, 0, and that's it. And if we want to draw this line that we've just created, we will need to use this component of drawing the line. And let's plug the line itself to it, and also we can ask it to visualize it in this orange color. So if we click play now, you will see the orange line appears. It's vertical, and that's exactly what we've created. You can also just do here -3, for example. So this will be the line of length 6, and that's it. That's how it works. And to also illustrate the apply methods of the line, there are sorry, this is the point, so let's go and click here. You see that the line can use all of those methods. You can check what is the length of the line. You can also ask line what is its start point, what is the end point of the line. You can also reverse the line, then the start point and the end point will be flipped. You can transform the line into the curve in order to apply the curve methods on it if you need to. And you also can have multiple lines maybe that you can want to transform to curves. And also, as with points, you have several creation methods here. So you could have just a line that goes from start point to an end point, but maybe you want to create a collection of lines because you may have the list of start points and then the list of end points. So you could do that by plugging the 2 lists of start points and end points into this component. In that way you would get multiple lines immediately. That's all possible. So lines between points, that's if you have multiple points, then you could also have lines between those. So it's then sort of sequence of lines that would be created, a list of lines. And to illustrate maybe the creation of multiple lines, I will do the similar thing I did with points. I will just create this iteration loop that goes from 0 to 10 at a step of 1. Let's do that. So this is an iteration, and every time it runs, y increases from 0 to 10 by 1 unit. And what we will do now is I will say that I have 2 variables, the start points variable and endpoints variable, and I will set both of those to the empty lists. So set start points and endpoints to the lists that are empty. So when this happens, then I am able to say that I want to insert something into the list. And now what we would like to do is say that we create the point. So let's just do that. And the list of start points, we want to insert the last element and set it to be 0, 0, and then let's try and say that the z is y. And we also can say that the endpoints of this are also iterated, and let's use y as well to be varying. So this will create some interesting effect. I'm not even sure how it will look like exactly at this point, but what we can now do is instead of using all those components, we can just delete them, and now it's possible to create a line using this component, because now we have multiple start points and multiple endpoints. So in each of those collections we have 10 of those, because we iterate 10 times through this list. And now we can say, okay, so we want to create a line that goes between those points, and so endpoints is the endpoints, and I'll just copy paste that, and I'll say that these are the start points variable, and we will just draw it. So let's pick this draw lines component, and that's also what I've explained in the previous video about points. If you have multiple lines to draw, please use those draw lines mesh component with lines, and not draw line with line component, because for multiple entities you need to use this one, and it's much faster. It will give you a better performance when going forward with your modeling. So let's see what this code does. Let's play it up, and you see that I didn't really expect this kind of result, but that's what happened. This is what this iteration loop created. You can play around with many things. You could try and say that this is how you want it to be, and then even different results are being created, as you see. You can play a lot with these kinds of things. You can try and do y direction. You can do even more variables here for so something like that. Let's see what that does. Yeah, it's quite an interesting possibility to visualize the loops, and you see the results immediately of how those coordinates affect each other. And it's really it can be fun to play around with that. So this is a small intro. The line is mainly a simple concept. It has a start point and an end point, that just to sum it up a little, and that's it. That's how it all works. And in the later video we will move on to discuss the polylines. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel, follow those videos on geometry introductions, because these will teach you the basics of how everything in BitByBit can be created and drawn and visualized. So thanks a lot. I'll see you in later videos. Bye.